No. Hey, peace, my peaceful people. It's your brother man Sa. What's good? Welcome back. Yeah, y'all gotta welcome me back. Yeah, it's been a minute. It's been a minute, man. Yes. Life does that to you sometimes. A little bit of delays and things like that, yeah. But we all always make our way back here, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Priorities gotta switch up sometimes to accommodate life and what's going on and whatnot. So yeah, so you see we are not quite in nature today, but we still in the tear. Yeah, I mean we gonna stay in the tear, right? But we at the crib today. So yeah, that's how we gotta do it. You know what I mean? I was thinking about hooking up the green screen and getting the background. You know what I mean? I might do that at some point actually. But right now, that's a little too much. Let's make this easy, right? So here we are going to talk about the solstice readings. It's that magical time of year. The solstice is here, my folk. So you know how we do. So of course, we're dealing with the Metu Neter Oracle, right? Metu Neter is the oracle that is going to focus you on your spirit, right? You have different oracles that are better at communicating to you different, levels of information. So, y'all hear me say it all the time. Definitely, the Metu Neter is a spiritually focused oracle. So, when you are pulling those cards, you are going to get a view of your spirit. You're going to get a snapshot of what's going on in your spirit, right? So now we at it's early December, right? I'm late, you know what I mean? I should have had this out a week ago, of course. All right, we already said that. Let's not belabor that point. So this is the time where your spirit, right? Things are cold, right? It's nighttime, right? It's midnight, right? What happens at midnight is the spirit is trying to prepare for sleep, if not sleep, right? Now it's sleep time. So now's the time for the dream, right? It's the dream time. It's the time when the subconscious mind is awaking to, what's going on in the cosmos, right? In the spiritual realm as well. Right, so it's a time when you're very receptive, right? You're very open to the impulses of the spiritual realm, right? The two equinoxes and the two solstices are the cardinal points, and it's a spiritual time, right? So this is a time where you definitely want to plug into those videos that I made about preparing the spirit to receive a revelation, right? Your diet, right? Getting into various exercises, breathing exercises, yoga techniques, right? You're gonna watch what you're watching now, right? Now is the time to cool down a lot of the mindless TV, right? TV just for goofy purposes, right? Because now is the time, right, where you're going to make an impression on your spirit, good or bad, right? For good or for bad, the 21st through the 25th, or I should say the 24th, right? Those 4 days, 21 through 24, is a time of, it's a time where the earth itself kind of comes to a stop or stillness, right? And in that process, the momentum has stopped, right? So whatever you was doing, now you have the opportunity to stop it, right? So if you're trying to if you're trying to stop something, right? So you're trying to, quell a bad habit, right? Well, the ball is rolling right now, right? Now you're supposed to be getting your thoughts together. So it's all about meditation. You are composing scripts, right? That will, focus you on the what it looks like after you stop, the result of your stop, right? What are the write down what are the things that you want to see when you stop doing XYZ. Okay, so put that in your mind, put that in your script, put that in your meditation, and do that, right? Especially 21st through the 24th. But now is the great time. Now's the time to have this in your head to to prepare for these things, right? Many of us fast during this time. Fast is not something that you could just, do tomorrow. Let's go on a 4-day fast tomorrow. Most of us have to, spend a period of time, you know, lulling on that thought, like, okay, I gotta fast. Like, I know I do. I know I need a good, couple weeks to, like, put it in my head that I'm not gonna be eating for a period of 4 days. I love food. Who don't love food? You know what I'm saying? So, it's, you gotta lock it in your mind that this is what I'm going to do and this is why, right? And what's going to get you through it is the why, right? Trying to think in terms of reasoning, right? Trying to reason our way through life. So if we're reasoning our way through life, then we know that why we're fasting, and that's what's going to get us through. We know why we're vegetarian, and that's what's going to get us through. So we know why we do these readings, right? Because God got stuff to talk to us about. Okay, so that's why we're here. All right. I think I said most stuff. Let me just let y'all know. Firstly, let me say thank you to all my subscribers. I got a lot of new subscribers over the last few months, and I want to make sure I take the time to say peace to y'all. Thank you so much for tapping in with me. Yeah, man. We're gonna keep it going. All right. Make sure if anything resonates, you give a like, right? Those likes definitely, boost the algorithm for YouTube. They get it out to more people who want to see it, right? So, do that for me, okay? Other than that, we're going to get into this prayer and we're going to get busy. Okay. As Tehuti, Simake Ruo Ser Kiftaf, Kurpaina Ba. In aret sort sabau rupu and hetem to keftanu nebeche korpain se hadi jedem de jeritu and sera atapna teita in Tehuti dwamdunite paibanitu ebanitu and interaktin honorable spirits of the bagua chien kun chen sun li ka tui ken Dwa, down. Into that 10. Honorable spirits of the tarot, the minor and the major arcana, Dwa Neter, the air, the earth, the fire, and the water. Dwau, thank you to my chef Su, my spirit's guides. Dwa Neter. Okay. Alright. Been a minute, y'all. Been a minute. Okay, but we are back. Alright, here we go. Let's do it. Virgo. Peace, y'all. What's good? It's your brother man Sa, coming back at y'all with the very, very special reading for the year. I know I'm late, but we had to definitely get this one in. This is the solstice reading. We are doing the solstice reading, right? Which is basically, at the solstice is when we focus on the next year, right? We focus on what's going on in our spirit. We kind of we do the review to make sure we understand where we've been, and we look to the forward with what's going on, right? So this is the time to do that, right? So we are before the movement, right? So we at the right place and right time, right? So we are finding out what is going to be our spiritual focus for the next year. All right. So here we go. Tehuti Hetep. Bam. Very clear and concise there, Virgo. Tehuti. Alright, so if you in my listener space and you are a sun sign, moon sign, rising sign, north node, Virgo, then you are being focused on getting wisdom. whether it's getting some counsel from knowledgeable individuals who know, from a priest or spiritual practitionist, or a reader, a spiritual reader of some sort. You're being focused on getting some sort of advice, getting some sort of counsel, right? That's on one level, right? On another level, right, because we asked about the year, right? This is about focusing on higher knowledge, right? Tehuti deals with the high stuff, right? That stuff about your spirit, astrology, right? Your numerology, right? Your metaphysical studies, history, right? These philosophical studies, right? Studies about what's going on in the mind, psychological studies. Some Virgo is being steered in that direction for the next year. Tehuti. What's your Tehuti game about, right? Oracles, right? Are you getting your divination regularly, right? Getting your readings done, stuff like that, right? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? This is what you're being focused on, right? Let's talk to the tarots. The I Chings. See what the I Ching I talk about. Close stress, open. Close stress, open. Close stress, open. Close stress, open, close stress, open. Open, close stress, open. Open, close stress, open. Okay. So we got the 3 into the 2. Difficulty in the beginning into the 2. Receptivity. Right? Difficulty in the beginning into receptivity. We're going to go with the old big boy, the old Wilhelm and Baines, right? I Ching, Book of Changes, right? Go to the 3rd line, the 3rd hexagon. Okay, we got the 1st and the 3rd line, the 1st and the 5th. Okay. Alright, not in the beginning. Hesitation and hindrance. It furthers one to remain persevering. It furthers one to appoint helpers. If a person encounters a hindrance at the beginning of an enterprise, he must not try to force advance, but must pause and take thought. However, nothing should put him off his course. He must persevere and constantly keep the goal in sight. It is important to seek out the right assistance, but he can find them only if he avoids arrogance and associates with his fellows in a spirit of humility. Only then will he attract those whose help he can... let's run that back. Only then will he attract those with whose help he can combat the difficulties. Yeah, I need glasses, y'all. So, I'm tripping. Alright, yeah, so, hindrance, right? This is somebody who got to put helpers to help him with his hindrance. Right? The 5th line, difficulties and blessings. A little perseverance brings great fortune. Great perseverance brings misfortune. An individual is in a position in which he cannot so express his good intentions that they will actually take shape and be understood. Other people interpose and distort everything he does. He should then be cautious and proceed step by step. He must not try to force consummation of great undertakings, because success is possible only when general confidence already prevails. It is only through faithful and conscientious work, unobtrusively carried on, that the situation gradually clears up and the hindrance disappears. Okay? So this is about, how you proceed with the difficulty, right? A little bit of perseverance goes a long way, but a little too much is not quite enough. So poetic. Yeah. So, and this goes into the 2, which is, so when you see Tehuti is a hexagram Tehuti should spark within you your oset, which is what? Humility, right? So when you see Tehuti, you need to get humble, right? When someone is giving you information about which you don't have already, then if you write, right, you're going to be humble towards that person. You're not going to be arrogant. You don't know. You come to somebody, you don't know nothing, but you arrogant, trying to learn. That's goofy, right? So offset is going to be what's spark, right? So here we have difficulty in the beginning that changes into receptivity, which is the offset hexagram, which is openness, right? So we haven't talking about difficulties in the beginning. How you dealing with difficulties in the beginning? Right? On the one hand, you getting helpers, right? You're appointing helpers, and you're not, you remaining persevering by appointing helpers. And on the other end, you're doing enough that you don't do too much. Don't do too much. Right? So that's just some guidelines to follow in terms of that, right? In terms of how to proceed in difficulties. Alright, so let's talk to the tarot. See if we can get some more. Alright, but so far, this is all about, getting wisdom, right? 7 of Pentacles, which is investments. Okay? 2 of Pentacles in the reverse, and the Page of Swords in the reverse, right? Page of Swords is sticking out at the bottom, right? So there's something going on, right? So we have the investment, 7 of Pentacles, 2 of Pentacles in the reverse. P in the R, and Page of Pentacles, no, Page of Swords. Okay, so, alright, so okay, so, alright, so another aspect of Tehuti is great fortune as well. So one thing that comes is perhaps you will come into some fortune, right? An investment, right? Maybe, this is a situation where you will have an investment that causes you to come up out of the 2 of Pentacles juggling kind of a situation, right? 2 of Pentacles gets reversed because of the 7 of Pentacles, right? Page of Swords. Page of Swords is divination. Isn't that funny? Page of Swords. You got Tehuti Hetep, which is divination. You think God wants y'all to be getting y'all readings? I think so. Right? Be receptive. Also, receptivity. Yeah, okay, so, right, so an investment comes that eases the way a bit, right? You know, but you have to be clear by getting your divination, right? Don't go in with just your head. Don't go in with just your head. You know what I'm talking about. Whatever we're talking about, you know what it is. But don't go with just your head, right? Divination, you are to be asking about your choices, your possibilities. Alright? So you got to ask about, line them up, all the possibilities, line them up and do readings about them, or get counsel about them, get divination about them, about your choices. Right? So that's what, that's what's, in a nutshell, we can say next year you focused on getting your divination going, right? Whether it's learning how to use an oracle or whether it's getting daily readings done. You need guidance, There is guidance, there's choices, things that you have to figure out, that you need superior guidance for. So, you receive Tehuti Hetep, right? And you receive the Page of Swords, right? So yeah. Next year, that's what your focus is, Virgo, right? Not only that, right? But, this is where, this is an active oracle, right? So, this is where we go into trance and do stuff. So, Tehuti Hetep. Tehuti is the meditation that you need to be doing, right? You need to be all up involved in your Tehuti meditations on Thursdays. Alright? And that's it. That's the reading, right? That is the reading and the prescription. Alright, so we're going to say thanks for coming out, Virgos. And we're going to say peace and love. Make sure you come out next cycle.